Hello, hello. We will start in T minus 2 minutes. Thank you for being here.
Okay. Hey Fabrice, I had a quick question. I haven't, we're not responding to these, right? We're just listening.
Correct.
Okay.
But you're more than welcome to share comments and thoughts after.
I'm just saying they're not expecting us to either, to let them know what we thought of their pitch, correct?
Correct, correct.
Good, good. It's just weird. Like for me, I haven't done a lot of these. I've definitely done roundtable pitches, but it's usually just like a normal pitch meeting.
Mhm.
And this has been fascinating. Some really, really interesting worlds being built here.
Absolutely. Very, very much. Thank you so much for your participation. It's been great.
No, no, thanks for having us. Love being part of stuff like this.
Super. We'll start in 1 minute.
All right, I'm going to mute. See you later.
Okay, see you later. All right, we will begin. I'm going to stop sharing, and Marcia, feel free to share your screen. This is a Terra Diem presentation for Syllblecon 2023, the last one of the day.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you guys
Hello.
again. Hi.
So, Marsha, whenever you're ready, we can get started.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, Kat, and whenever you are ready.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Kat Rosewand, and my co-presenter is.
Hi, my name is Marsha Clark. Kat
Eh,
and I are, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Kat and I are members of the Pens Down community at Syllable. And this is where we write our stories, come together, connect through the world of storytelling and world building, and ultimately have a lot of fun exploring different avenues with different characters.
The world we will be presenting this evening, for your consideration, is the world I created called Terra Diem. What started as the fan fiction from the a teenager's overactive imagination has morphed into a rich and diverse world that has spawned a trilogy series of novels and a collaborative uh, writing environment for other creatives to make their own.
Terra Diem is set in what is formerly known as North America. Due to the considerable damage that severe climate change has caused to the geography of the land, along with the man-made damage from the wars between its neighbors, Mexico and Canada. Besides the destruction of its land, Terra Diem is facing another problem: variants. People who possess abilities that can undermine the systems put in place to keep them bound to the human condition. The wealthiest citizens live in the northeastern province, closer to the capital and elite government affiliates, while lower earners, such as farmers and factory workers, can only afford to live along the Appalachian Mountains and the desolate deserts, west of the Rockies. The further west you go in Terra Diem, the further away you are from the reaches of Ellis Adair's totalitarian government and its expansive military forces known as the Forged. Terra Diem's military has replaced policing, and it's being used as a deterrent to any civil unrest. As intimidating as they are, where there is oppression, there will always be a resistance. The United North Atlantic Resistance Battalion is a pro-variant resistance movement that frees variant children being held in government facilities. Established by former members of the military during the start of the testing program, They made it their mission to keep children with their families and out of the hands of the Terra Diem's government. Let's meet the variants. Scattered among the populace of Terra Diem are special individuals called variants. These are people who have special innate abilities to affect the world and the world around them. Variant powers often manifest in children starting at age 7 and are considered dangerous by the Adir regime. Children who test positive for the variant gene, even without powers manifesting, are taken away to be tested in a government facility in the Western province. Empath. Empaths are greatly affected by the emotions of those that are around them. Telekinetic. Variants with telekinetic powers can use their mind to manipulate the physical world with their minds. Telepath. Telepaths can read thoughts, memories, and intentions of those around them. And finally, strongmen. Variants with strongman ability can do feats of strength far beyond the human body's capacity.
Before we continue, can you go back one slide real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
I just wanted to be known that these 4 variant types are not the only variant types. There are any sort of creative input put into this world. You can pretty much make whatever variant type that you want to add into it. These are just the ones that have been established in the trilogy that I already wrote, on top of what was added in during Pins Down. Now we can continue. Some notable variants in the world include Isadora Hockaday, who is the main character of my trilogy. Isadora Hockaday was like any other teenager before she started at Barlow Chadwick Academy. Her mother was a housewife who entertained her college professor father's friends with grace and ease. It wasn't until her junior year that she realized there was more to her and the world around her than she realized. The main characters of the Pins Down stories that I wrote was Helena Sauvage, who actually ties into the main trilogy because she inevitably becomes a mentor type character to Dora in the trilogy. But Helena Sauvage was 6 years old when she first saw her older brother Henri lift a car over his head. She was 7 when she saw men in black suits take him away. Despite her best efforts to keep her variant powers under control, the men in black suits came for her as well.
Gemma Guzman. We meet her when she is a playful, curious 6-year-old who's eating a lollipop at her doctor's appointment, while her mother plans to abandon her with her pediatrician. Gemma shows signs of telepathy when she told her mother how their neighbor killed his son's swim coach, who was also carrying his child. Gemma is eventually adopted by her pediatrician, Dr. Musa, and her husband, Frank, and lives with them and their other 2 children. Although variant testing has expanded and all schools took part in conducting the test, Gemma's adopted parents keep her safe and hidden, especially as she grows into her angsty teenage years. Gemma finds a way to participate in sports and even makes a few friends who she suspects are also hidden variants. And she just gets into a rhythm. And then her biological mother, who abandoned her, pays her a visit and sets her story of being a survivor into becoming a murderer on the run and escaping to the West.
So as you can see, there's a complex conflict that goes on within the world of Terra Diem that can be easily described as the Hunger Games if it took place in the X-Men universe. If we think about this world and the characters within it episodically, we can the story would start with our female protagonist as a child in a secret government facility for children like her. She watches as loads of scared children are brought in, their fear and sadness having a physical effect on her. Her reactions to her her reactions to these the emotions of others gets the attention of chief geneticist Dr. Alastair Phelps. As she gets older, she has frequent sessions with Dr. Phelps before he smuggles her out of the facility and leaves her with people that he trusts, although he doesn't trust them enough to tell them that she's a variant. Her foster parents give her the space to adapt to life outside of the re-education center and unknowingly to get control of her variant powers. But living outside of the re-education center almost seems normal for Helena until news of a raid on a variant hideout in the central province reaches her on her way to school. Protests and the feelings of those affected variants call to her, sort of like a call to action. And then the last episode would be not content with life in the relative safety of her foster parents' home. Helena strikes out on her own after a few years. She becomes the age of majority. She joins variants and humans alike as they fight against variant oppression and erasure. What started out as X-Men fan fiction grew into a trilogy of stories and an expanded universe shared with other writers. The world of Terra Diem is a complex and diverse world. The conflict for basic human rights for the variants is a theme that can be applied to anyone at any time. Hopefully, Terra Diem can hold up a mirror to modern society before it is too late.
Terra Diem is the third story in the Pens Down series. Kat shared her world with the contributing writers, and we created characters around the prompts that developed the steps of the story. The Pens Down format allows world builders to not only share their stories, but find ways to expand them through the minds of other world builders. I'm excited to see what is next for the world of Terra Diem and the path of all of its characters.
That's it. I think.
Thank you so much, Kat. Absolutely wonderful final presentation. Thank you, Marcia, as well, for this collaboration. This was an excellent presentation. I don't know if we don't. I guess I keep saying this in every session, but we're not necessarily taking any comments or discussions. But if anyone has any comments, I'm open to just opening the floor for any comments.
I'll just say great, good pitch. Very, very well done, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't want to overload it with too much information, so keep it short, keep it simple.
No, you focused on the right things. It's a good job.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And tomorrow we'll find out who the winner of the Syllble World of the Year award is. And tune in for the judges panel at 11 a.m. PT for Syllblecon's 2023. Thank you so much, Kat and Marcia, and thank you to the judges. Have a wonderful
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
everyone.
night.